June 2024, the researchers at the University of Birmingham published a study that changed what we thought we knew about PFAS, the forever chemicals we talked about in episode 3. The old assumption was that you couldn't really absorb PFAS through your skin. Turns out, you can. And if you have them in your tap water, every shower is an exposure event. I'm Tara, and this is Tara Common. If you watched the tap water episode, you already know about PFAS, lead, and chlorine byproducts. But that episode focused on what you drink. This one's about what happens in the shower, what gets through your skin, and whether hand washing is actually something to worry about. So we'll start with the most established issue. Your city chlorinates your water to kill bacteria. That part works. But chlorine reacts with organic matter to form disinfection byproducts. The two big ones are trihalomethanes and haloacetic acids. The one to know is chloroform. It's a trihalomethane. Here's what most people don't realize. When chlorinated water gets heated and aerosolized, like in a hot shower, chloroform turns into a gas, and you breathe it in. Research going back decades has shown that a 10-minute hot shower can deliver as much chloroform exposure as drinking that same water all day. Long-term exposure to trihalomethanes has been linked to bladder cancer in multiple studies. This is not a small issue. It just gets less attention than what's in your glass. Now the new piece. For years, the assumption was that PFAS couldn't really absorb through the skin. The molecules were thought to be too charged to cross the skin barrier. In June 2024, that thinking turned out to be wrong. A team at the University of Birmingham tested 17 different PFAS compounds against human skin tissue. 15 of those 17 showed substantial absorption, at least 5% of the exposure dose passing into the body. For PFOA, the most heavily regulated PFAS, about 13.5% absorbed straight into the bloodstream. Another 38% stayed in the skin for slower uptake later. And here's the part that surprised everyone. The shorter chain PFAS, the ones the industry has been switching to as so-called safer replacement, actually absorbed more. One of them, perfluoropentanoic acid, absorbed at 59%, 4 times the rate of PFOA. So if you live somewhere with PFAS in your water, and the EWG database from episode 3 will let you know that about 5 minutes, every shower contributes to your total exposure. So a quick rundown of the rest. Lead doesn't absorb well through intact skin. Drinking is the main exposure route. So an old plumbing house is much bigger of a drinking water issue than a shower issue. Hand washing, generally not a concern. Short contact, cool water, small surface area. Brushing your teeth. You spit most of it out and the volume is very small. The exposures that matter are the long hot ones, showers and baths. That's where you focus. There are 3 levels. Level 1, a shower filter, $30 to $80, screws onto your existing shower head, handles chlorine, and reduces some disinfection byproducts. It does not touch PFAS. If chlorine is your main concern, or you have dry skin, irritated scalp, chlorine-damaged hair, this is the cheapest, meaningful fix. Level 2, a whole house carbon filter, $300 to $800 installed. Filters chlorine and disinfection byproducts before water reaches any tap, so every shower, every faucet benefits. Level 3, a whole house reverse osmosis system, $1,000 plus. This is the only setup that handles PFAS at every tap in the house. And as always, you can find affiliate links to recommended systems at each level at no extra charge to you. For most people, the smart sequence is under sink reverse osmosis for drinking water, which we covered in episode 3, and a shower filter or whole house carbon for everything else. Save the whole house reverse osmosis for situations where your water tested high for PFAS specifically. So your tap water matters when you drink it, and it matters when you shower in it. Different exposures, different risks, different fixes. If you haven't checked your water on the EWG database yet, go do that. The Tap Water Safety Guide covers the filters and contaminant matrix in detail. There's links in the description. And that's it. As always, if you're enjoying the content and information we provide, please do like and subscribe. Next up in the series, your gas stove and how it's polluting the air in your home when it's on and when it's off. And we'll see you there.